Hi guys, what is going on? In today's video we're going to be taking you through another gem comparison guide, and this one has been asked for multiple times, not just on my Discord but on my YouTube channel, and I think it's about time we got around to doing this. So the comparison we're going to be doing is going to be a Fervent Fang rank 10 up against a Spectral Glass rank 10. They're going to be very close. The CR and everything is going to be matching in the build that I'm going to be using, and I'll show you that build to start with. I think you're going to be surprised by the results. I know I was. And then I'm going to give you the answer to what I would use, whether it be one or the other, or possibly both, depending on maybe your spend level and where you are in the game. Now, let's jump into it, show you the build, and then what I'll do at the end of it, I'll show you the comparison that I worked out when I did 6 of each test on the boss dummy, and I'll tell you why we're using the boss dummy as well. So, when it comes to the build, we are going to be using the raid build, guys. Standard raid build, Studied Menace. We've got Unfilled Grave, Executive Discontent, Raving Silence, Death Disseminates, Departed Appetite, Light More, and Scattered Light. Green sets, 2-piece Vifus, 4-piece Agments, and then 2-piece Barons. And as you can see, we're at 41, 43 for the resonance, and this will be the same for both gems, and we're not going to be putting any resonance gems inside this actual test. We're then going to be using the same secondary stats, the same crit hit chance, the same crit hit damage, the same CR, and the same damage here. You will see that's going to be the same in both tests that we do. We're going to start off with the Fervent Fang. So, and as I mentioned, we're going to be using the boss dummy. The reason for using the boss dummy this time around compared to what I did last time is the fact here that it also increases all damage you deal to elite and boss monsters by 6%. So, without further ado, guys, let's get in and start attacking that boss dummy. We're going to buff up. We're going to put on our Grim Scythe, and we're going to start going in and attacking. We're looking for a high burst, and then it's going to peter out maybe to 11 million per second, and then hopefully it'll be around about the 700 million-ish mark for a minute test. We're going to do that with both tests. Hopefully getting the rotation right and not messing up. We're looking good. Just over 35 seconds in. Rotation's going good. Okay, 1.01, and we did 732 million damage in a minute. Let's reset. And then we can go in with the Spectral Glass in, guys. So you'll see me change it right here. Not going to be cutting anything. We've got 41, 43, exactly the same, with the same CR, same damage, same secondaries, and same crit hit chance, crit hit damage. Nothing has changed apart from the gem. We're just going to give it a moment while we have cooldowns reset, so it is a fair test. So, cooldown should be good. Let's buff up. We'll do exactly the same. We're looking again for the high kind of 18 million damage burst, maybe something around about that, and then the high 600s, low 700s damage in a minute is where we're aiming. The burst is done. Everything's popping up again. How close will it be, guys? I've already seen the results from the 6 tests I did, and I was shocked. So, we did 1.01 exactly the same time, guys, and it was exactly the same amount of damage, 732 million both times. That is unbelievable, right? 2 gems, exactly the same results, 732 million in 1.01 minutes. That just goes to show how good these gems are when it comes to comparing them. Now, Let me show you the results that I got in my 6-6 test when it comes to both of these gems. I'm absolutely surprised by this result. So here we go. Look at the averages, guys. Again, compared to the results we just did, 732 million in just over a minute. The closest average, look at that, 721.7 million on the Fervent Fang, 722.5 on the Spectral Glass. You can see the results there. They're exactly the same setup when it comes to damage, CR, and the reso. We had results of a maximum on the Fervent Fang at like 743 million there. Look, we had one at 735 million, 728 million. So all in very much line with our 732 million that we just got. Then with the Spectral Glass, what was the highest one we got there? 741 million. So a little bit higher than the one we just did in a very similar amount of time, with the lowest one being 705. You know, so these gems are just so close when it comes to the damage they can put out on the dummy. Now, what does that mean then? That basically just means that really we could use both. If you're a low spender and you haven't got the 5 stars, you most probably want to be using both Specter Glass and Fervent Fang in your builds, because they are both very, very strong. If you are not a low spender and you just like a free to play, then you want to be using Specter Glass. I use Specter Glass in a lot of my builds because of its AoE spread is just so good. It's per target when it comes to increasing the crit hit chance. So if you're doing it in overworld farm or in dungeons or even in raids, it is usable anywhere. And the Fervent Fang is just such a good gem. You know, increasing the damage is stackable damage. It works with most builds in the game. I think any class can utilize both of these gems very, very well, guys. So let me know what you think when it comes to that test, guys. I think it was very, very fair. If you want to see more of these tests, leave a comment down below. Advise me on which ones you want me to do, and I will definitely go ahead and test them if I think it's a good enough test and a good enough comparison to do. And if you like the content I bring, don't forget to like the video, come and subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already, come and join the Discord. If you do need a helping hand, the Discord is the best place to be, especially when it comes to being a necromancer. We've got tons of people in there willing to help you out. Until the next time, guys, peace out.